All right, let's crack open a case file on a mystery that's been cold for a century. We're heading to the seemingly quiet town of Oakhaven, where a crew of 5 young detectives is about to find themselves wrapped up in a secret that's been waiting just for them. You know, Oakhaven looks like your typical peaceful town, but as the adventure crew knows all too well, if you scratch just beneath the surface, history has left behind a whole breadcrumb trail of secrets just waiting to be found. But here's the twist. This time, they're not alone. There's a mysterious rival hot on their trail, and that turns this whole investigation into a serious high-stakes race. So let's get right into the details. Okay, so the investigation really kicks into high gear right in the crew's home base, their treehouse, when an old artifact they have suddenly decides to wake up. So first up, let's meet the crew. You've got Sue, the leader, who has an eagle eye and misses absolutely nothing. Stan is their logic master. If there's a code, he can crack it. Grace is the team's history buff with a memory that's basically photographic. Mia is the daredevil, always ready to jump into the action. And then there's Archie, the quick-witted realist who keeps everyone laughing, even when things get, a little intense. Their whole mission? Unearth every last secret Oakhaven is hiding. And right now, their big obsession is something called the Meta-Cipher. It's this super intricate puzzle left behind by the town's founders. It's a 4-part mystery, and each symbol they find acts like a key to the next clue, pulling them deeper and deeper into the town's hidden past. The whole case just explodes when this key artifact, a brass disc from a previous adventure, just starts humming. The delta symbol from their last case glows with this golden light, and right next to it, a brand new symbol just materializes out of thin air. Theta. But get this. The disc is way more than just a key. It's also a compass. And it's not pointing north. No, it's pulling them straight towards the coast, to this mysterious and totally abandoned place called Lighthouse Bluff. And of course, you can always count on Archie to point out the, let's call them less than ideal working conditions. His humor isn't just for laughs, it's what keeps the team grounded when the pressure really starts to build. So the first leg of the hunt is on. The crew follows the disc's lead, going from one landmark to the next, and they have no idea that the answer they're looking for is hiding right under their noses. And this is where things get really cool. The disc's true power is revealed. It's not just a compass, it's a key. When they get it near this old, rusted-out maritime compass, the needle, which has been frozen for decades, jolts back to life. But instead of pointing out to sea, it swings right back toward town, aimed directly at their treehouse. And right there on the compass base is the next clue. It's such a brilliant bit of misdirection, right? They've been so focused on this big, dramatic lighthouse, they've completely missed what's been sitting in their own backyard the entire time. Back at the oak tree, as you'd expect, Archie has some thoughts on the manual labor part of their investigation. And then, in a moment of just pure comedy gold, Archie's complaining leads them to their first huge breakthrough. He actually trips, and his fall uncovers a hidden metal plate right at the base of the tree. The brass disc unlocks it, and inside a hidden box, they find it, a torn piece of an old map of Oakhaven. But they don't get to celebrate for long, because it turns out they're not the only ones looking for the Meta-Cipher. And all of a sudden, this isn't just a fun puzzle anymore, it's a race. As they're heading back from the bluff, they see it. This sleek black sedan with tinted windows parked way off in the distance. They've never seen it before, and it's just sitting there, watching them. It's the first real sign that they're being followed. And nope, this is definitely not a coincidence. The Watcher is back, parked menacingly at the edge of Water Tower Field, right as the crew is about to make their next big move. They're not just being watched anymore, they're being hunted. So with a rival basically breathing down their necks, the crew races back to their treehouse. They have got to figure out what this map fragment means and find that theta symbol before the Watcher does. And then they have their big aha moment. They find a silver compass, and when they place it on top of the map fragment, a hidden layer of lines appears, almost like invisible ink. It's a secret map, and it's pointing them directly to Water Tower Field. They book it over to the field, following the directions on the secret map. And just like the map promised, their shovels hit something hard, something unyielding. It's a heavy granite marker buried deep in the ground. This marker is the final lockbox. They find a hidden metal slat on it, and with a soft click, It opens up a secret chamber. Inside, they find a brass coin, and stamped right on it is the theta symbol. They've done it! They've found the second piece of the puzzle.
So, after all that craziness, where does this leave our intrepid investigators? Let's pull up the case file and take a look.
So the case file is definitely growing. The delta symbol, which they found in their last adventure, is now joined by the theta symbol, which they literally just dug up from Water Tower Field. That's 2 down and 2 to go. They update their tracker board, which has to feel pretty good seeing that tangible sign of their progress. But even as they're celebrating, they know this thing is far from over. The puzzle is only half solved, and that Watcher is still out there, just a shadow in the darkness, waiting for them to make one wrong move. And that leaves us with some really chilling questions, doesn't it? They've found 2 of the 4 symbols, but in the process, they've uncovered a dangerous new enemy. Who is the Watcher? And what kind of secret did the founders of Oakhaven bury that's so important it's worth risking everything to find? The case, my friends, is far from closed.